I guess you would say this would be Gaia's throat chakra. January 16th, 2022. 2 ears, 1 brain, and a yawn. So, please, oh no, no, no. No, 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 no. You want to go far away. Let us experience the dynamics of my dimensional awareness. I explained to you, as far away as it gets, and yet so close. So close and yet so far. So, what we have as a situation is a twin angel nurse who protects her mother. And the name of the nurse is Seraphiel. So there's your epiphany. Boom! Boom! Actually, northwest would be that way. So, you go in there. The tobacco lady. The white buffalo woman. My North Star. Pleiades. Polaris via the Pleiades. Let's just go multi-dimensional, but let's go right back here, because that's a rough direction. Nothing more, nothing less than a point of orientation of an age, of a period, of an inch, of a mile. But we're talking about the twin angels of life that adore and protect a seraphic heart. It is seraphic. It's beyond, when you bulletproof yourself that way, everything becomes imaginary in terms of their ability to, because you understand them and you dismiss them, as I tend to do. So, the earth is singing, Gaia is singing a winter song to my chili fingers. And wouldn't you know, who's participating? The tree. You can call him Scrooge, but look, he's going head first, ass backwards. This is would he not be, in a matter of speaking, help me here, people, with my analogies, because I'm going to tell it to you, and then you're going to say, William, come on, what the hell? Oh, I guess it would be natural, not breach. I was a breach baby. I don't even know what the hell. Yeah, I guess I was feet first. They freaking flipped my ass and whatever. It's a birth image, but this is a flying tree. It stopped to take a picture for you, and you don't see it. Hey, it's doing a fiver. It wants to slap me 5. You know that this tree will write novels one day. Only because I'm speaking to it right now. As well as Gaia rounding the base. Oh, shall we replay that 9th inning that we tried to complete earlier? What was the situation? It was still a baseball game. Chaos was about to reign because Pete Rose, who was very aggressive and would normally go in head first to get a play done, on a double play, went in Spike's eye to Bud Harrelson, who was all of, 165, 168 pounds. And what's Bud Harrelson going to do? The guy just cleated him in the face. I'm going to say that Pete Rose needed to be helicoptered out. That's kind of the school bus that we're on. If you watched my previous videos, I'm jumping around a little bit regarding your appreciation of your environmental change that will be coming in a way that makes you go, what? And it could be that your very neighbor who sees dead people in meditation is full of love, and your neighbor next door sees dead people and thinks they're gonna die, and then they join them because that's the only way out. Other way of looking at a density of awareness, like you're not going up. I'm describing the lower side of nowhere. Now I'll come all the way up to, hey, let's go have season tickets and really determine whether or not Tom Brady's performance is tied to a Twitter message that he has a right to make, but for some reason, what happened to the college guy? So where is that in his contract? And I don't know, I've seen a lot of football games when they're doing new things and defying gravity. Hey, Michael Jordan did what he did, and I've kind of been there to the extent of, you know, it's all three-dimensional, third density. Therefore, it's not uplifted enough to where we're going of more government, more elections, more whatever the consequences are to our consciousness, which is devastating, which is what they want, and it's not going to happen because Yeshua came and he saw and he conquered, and we're sovereign. So you got to get on the right message board and continue to remind yourself of who you are, because then you're vibing high again by thinking about it and talking about it and thinking about it and realizing I'm never going to die. I'm saying it in public and I feel good saying it. It's like electric energy from Lord Metatron. So it's all real, it's all good. Look at the water. Look at it's just talking to us. Look at the rock. You want to talk about sedimentary. Yet it just moves, goes, it's seasonal. As hard as this looks, Statue of Liberty hard, I'm telling you, it's seasonal because of the motion, the currency. So it just pushes trees along with rocks and it makes soil. Well, you know, if you'd like to do the chicken and the egg, shall we? Water is first density, fifth octave. It's the substance of the substance because it's comprised of the elements that it came from. H2O is a subordinated chain of command, like that's the private, and this is the general. Water is the general. How'd you make 5 stars? Well, I had some privates, pluses and minuses, a lot of good ones. Good energy. I looked at all of it. It rolled around in the dirt, and it was actually, well, dirt hadn't come yet. It's just energy, but it's spinning. It's exercising. Why? Because there's wind. That's 1.3. You just have to jump ahead a little bit. But 1.1, which is Metatron, everything energy, that's been unleashed. Boom, it's gone. Go to the gaseous state of the galaxy, to a positive and negative sub-element of quantum. Trying to explain it, I'm giving you dimensions. At 1.1, ladies and gentlemen, which you participate in, mathematically speaking, as consciousness, as dissipated awareness. You don't need to know everything. You just need to know how to get it. Dolores Cannon knew how to get it. And I'm just explaining things at a very, my purpose is to try and stay normal, and I am staying normal. As crazy as you might think that I sound, I'm very normal. So yeah, 1.3 is wind and 1.4 is fire. So that's the introduction of temperature on the elements as a result of the wind. So ultimately, by the wind blowing hard enough of elements, positive and negative, it ignites and creates fire. that's a combustion that could destroy everything and burn it out and reduce it, and when what's left, nothing. Well, you could feasibly have the eternal flame or have it squashed. So you have balance going on from there that must have been determined at some point. So you're up to 1.5 with water, and fire is 1 below. So water is a knight. In the game of chess, water is a knight. It doesn't need to be the king. It's only 1.5. You've got soil. You've got a crossover to seeds and grass. But if you're the water, let me tell you what. Let's just say that let's say they went to Mars and they said, you know, we've had enough of these people that love each other down there. We're coming back as water, by golly. But they won't be doing that, because that would be like wise, because they go, and they could go do a rain dance with the Hopi. So this is pretty humorous about what's coming, because it's fire from the heavens and wherever the analogies are going. My fingers are getting cold because it's chilly here. I guess it's well, it's above freezing. It might be upper 30s. Snow's wet. It's good snowball weather. I should be throwing snowballs at that freaking dog, but I don't have the right gloves for it. Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps. So this is my, I don't know if you could see, I love this area, by the way. Love my neighbors a lot. And you might be able to see my house. Let's see. Well, you see the tree, you see the high trees making the V. So if you go to the base of that and look to the right, you see a more solid V shape pointing up. That's the roof to my house. So that's roughly my abode. Oh man, it feels so good out here, but my fingers are chilling. Let's see if there's any fish in here. There might be some penguins. Penguins like really cold water, like Admiral Byrd. Oh man, my hands, fingers. All right, let's see. Anything? You. If I was a fish, I would be whooping, like swimming faster than the current. Yet there are some fish that go ahead up the current just so they can jump into the bear's mouth to feed the bear. So, am I going to argue with the bear about whether or not it should eat fish? No. Might be especially if it's a mama bear. Holy Islama bin Laden. Islama bin Laden? Is that a person? Islama bin Laden. I don't know. Is he? Is he? That's Jewish. Now, we're all over the map, are we not, Benjamin? Benjamin. Ah. Can you guys see the sun? Oh, it's going to be... Yeah! Look at this Fatima. It's an object. Stare at it. It's pillarly. It is fuzzing out. Oh no, the analogy of the new... Ooh, it's a Ivanka Trump. What a wonderful woman. To speak of Ivanka Trump, what a, she's like the Dennis Rodman of the cast of Donald's existence, because she's the woman who, I mean, come on, you got your father who is virtually gnarling at you, and he can walk the balance, because he says very matter-of-factly about his daughter. Hey, who'd you I talked about who would you do in a previous video. For those of you who are subscribed to whatever channel I'm on at the moment. I should end this, but it's why would I end it when this is going on? So this is going to be, I'm trying to decide which way to go home, just to get you guys oriented. That's kind of north. This is going around a bend. See on the high ground there, it's like a little bit of Sebring turn. Whoop! heading upstream towards the crib now. Now, here we go. Up here on the high ground, you want to do some, well, you know, you get limited very fast. Oh, we don't need to be watching that. I don't know, I did that going home. I'm going to go home this way. Huh, so this baseball game, you know, you're at the game. This baseball game that you went to, it's the game of life. It was a Tuesday game, you went with your parents. Yankees in a mess. I've described it to you already. Situation, 8th inning, got weird. The Yankees came out and took a knee. Joe Pepper, except for Joe Pepitone. For some reason he was like the player, he was a guest guy. May he be with us for this purpose. He didn't take a mask. And the game got proceeded to get stranger and stranger. It was a school night. And all of a sudden it's extra innings. Game's going on. Then they lock everybody in. They lock everybody in the stadium. And there's a substitute announcer. It's Ozzy Osbourne. He's coming out on the field. He's announced that unexpectedly, it's game over. We brought the guillotines with us, don't you know? You thought when the Beatles came over and we went mad on your country that our crazy ass king had lost and George had won. George of the painting, George J. Washington Herbert Hoover of the painting. Oh, don't you know we're all insane? We're pilgrims. We're illuminated. We all work for the king. Because we don't know what we're doing. We don't know right from wrong. We just live an illusionary existence as either a member of the audience or the member of royalty that simply knows more than the other for the purposes of control. And then with the addition and permission to exercise one's emotions to the point where you just love being what you do. I don't know. Something like that. Nah. We done gone down to Ross. I have no right to try and this thing, holy crap, it's still running. Isn't it excellent? That means that this might work. Okay. Let's just go for it. Let's go for the whole niner. This baby shuts off between now and then. Sayonara. But we just have to, part of the strategy here is just walking up. Don't study it for too long. You just have to make a decision. You know, you survey it. It's like